Wow, 15 years is a lifetime. I remember the last album that I consider the serious one of Agony Lords. It was the Son of the Curse. It was released 15 years ago. For me, it's our last serious album that we released. For us, it's a great opportunity to meet all the new generation in metal with the music of Agony Lords. You know, it's a great opportunity to show us like a great band, because right now we have the experience, the guts, all the commitment that we never had before. We were younger and maybe stupid, I don't know, but we have the experience right now to show the full concept, the graphic arts, the production, the visual concept of the band is clearer than before. And for us, it's a back to our roots, you know. It's a journey into our past, and a great, you know, a great path to meet to our great influence that make us as we are as musicians, and we are here. It's the end of the road. We're back. We're Agony Lords. A Tune of the Haunted is close to your store, so buy it, you know.
Para la realización de este proyecto tomamos algunas ideas que ya hemos estado trabajando con anterioridad, las cuales sirvieron como punto de partida para la realización total del álbum. En mi caso muy particular, toda la música que había estado trabajando tiene un contexto, o tiene un contenido más bien de lo que es los estados de ánimo por los que estaba pasando, que son de coraje, de frustración y de depresión, que aunados a una serie de problemas de salud, pues me llevaron a sentir todo ese tipo de música, ¿no? Lo cual pues me llevó a algo bueno, que fue precisamente el poder completar el disco junto con la participación de todos los demás integrantes. En esta ocasión traté de dejar un poquito de lado lo que es la parte teórica y técnica, más que nada por ser un poquito más honesto y crudo a la hora de tocar. No quería estar pensando tanto en las notas que debía de tocar o no. Estoy más preocupado por expresar lo que quiero arriba del escenario y poder disfrutar lo que está haciendo la banda. Musicalmente hablando, pues este disco de Agony es más heavy, pero a la vez más oscuro, pero tiene muchos tintes progresivos, sin salirse de lo que es el estilo original de Agony Lords.
Talking about the influences of Agony Lords, probably you need to come back to 1980 when we were listening to metal bands like Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, all the New British Invasion. Later on we came up with hearing Slayer or bands like Venom, and later on we were very focused on death metal bands like Pestilence, for instance. And now if you hear the new disc of Agony Lords 2012, you will find that we have a lot of this influence, all metal bands in the album. The sound of the composition of this new record is very different of what we used to do before. It has a very heavy metal sound, and every song has a own style, let's say, own different style and different ideas. It was recorded in 1 year, completing 12 months of recording. So we had a lot of time to experiment with new sounds, a new complex structure of the song. I think we will like it a lot.
We're very satisfied with the sound of the new record. Finally, we got that huge sound and sharp sound on guitars and very big drums, you know. We were trying always to make a remembrance of that old sounds, you know, the old records from King Diamond and Merciful Fate and Black Sabbath, that huge and acoustic sound on drums. And the bass was very important, but well, we have a lot of problems doing that in this record. But anyway, I think that finally we are ready to express ourselves like we really wanted to do it in the past. It's a very huge production. I really hope you like it. And the concept of the album is, you know, is based in the history of all the lyrics. It's about, you know, obscure things, witchery, and paranormal states of souls and stuff. It's a ghost history, you know. It's more into the things like Edgar Allan Poe and stuff. There is no blood anywhere. It's a classic horror history. And I decided to work with Juan Manuel Dávalos and Daniel Herrera from the band Diez Irae because they are awesome doing his work. I received a couple of ideas like 7 months ago, and I got, wow, you know, it was awesome. It was the first idea for the album, you know, and they decided 2 months ago that they are going to change everything. Okay, you say, okay, show me the new ideas, and okay, I say, wow. It's you know, it's a mixture of both worlds, the old school kind of graphics and all the black metal sounds, shit, you know. It's a very good art. You have to watch it by yourself. So take your time watching the album, read the lyrics. I think you are going to find that you are going to be, you know, surprised by the graphic art of the album.
Start digging.
I remember the first time I listened to Dio's Holy Diver album with Vivian Campbell. It was a great shock for me. And at that moment I had a few weeks with my first guitar, and that was the album that makes me get into metal. I started to hear guitar players as Randy Rhoads, Marty Friedman, Steve Vai, Andy LaRocque, Chuck Schuldiner, and a few years later I was listening to all kind of music, and I started to admire guitar players as Alan Holdsworth, John McLaughlin, Scott Henderson. I believe the more music you listen, the more criterion and musical sensibility you will have. But at the moment of making a solo or a song, I try to forget all this and be myself, to bring my own personality.
Dear fans of Agony Lords, we're finally back with a new album, A Tune of the Haunted. So be prepared, we expect to be in tour this year. Yeah!
Death come inside, tombstones of life are